Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
You again? What do you want this time?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I saw her wandering the streets. Yesterday, I think. She didn't recognize me. People say she's lost it. It's a sad story.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Don't, please. I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind.
fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be stilled, my child. I bring understanding.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this instance.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order and...
You mentioned the dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones.
Very well.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone...
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of...
Do you really believe they would come for us here?
McCullum...
Very well, since I brought... If you don't mind...
I'd be...
I just recently met the strangest creature in Whitechapel. He was immense. He mocked me and accused me of hypocrisy.
Perhaps it was a skull. London's...
It was a...
If you find anything more about this creature...
He was observing me with the
You need to be careful, Jonathan. You've now...
What exactly...
Hampton turned. Quite violent.
Are you sure?
There was blood everywhere, but no body.
How did the Guard of...
McCullum has spies everywhere.
I recently tried to enter a church.
The brother...
Is this...
I'm...
Who was that?
Geoffrey McCullum. Actual lead.
What do they hope?
Their ultimate...
They know...
I understand your need for blood, and will not get in your way. But if you could refrain from feeding within these walls, it would...
Thank you, Edgar. Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks. Good evening, Nurse Brown.
Good evening, Doc.
What can you tell me?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room.
And did you see all that?
No. I was worried.
Where is Miss...
I don't know. I'd imagine...
Did you see?
I think...
Goodbye, Nurse.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm.
Is there anything you can tell me?
Many things can happen under cover.
But did you see?
I can't say I did, but the smell of...
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes, and it has been the aunt.
You are...
How convenient.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so... Do you plan to make...
Of course not. How could I inflict my...
Would you say...
No.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
My condition cannot be a...
Well, until...
Thank you, Doctor.
We could have ruled this land together and forever.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yes.
Jonathan.
Forgive me.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Have you...
Her name was...
Is there some...
Yes, Jonathan.
Temptation surrounds us.
Over the year...
What do you know?
What more can you
He was bigger...
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon.
What is?
The Ascalon Club.
I have experienced a certain...
Now that's quite a question.
Is this...
I don't have...
Aren't you...
Very...
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon. Good evening.
Good evening.
What can...
Someone killed Miss Jones.
You don't...
Why should I...
I'd like...
Wise choice.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Good evening.
Doctor,
Can you tell...
it's a tragedy, pure...
Do you think...
It's not...
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that.
Hello again.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
to me.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but...
Are you on your own?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease.
I never said goodbye to Matthew.
You realize...
Why? Why?
But you're not dead.
You sound like you're no stranger to...
Let's just say...
Please
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician. One of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you. Since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for
your company, Xiao Shun.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel.
Have you recent news?
I heard...
How do you feel?
I don't feel...
You should recover quickly after taking this.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye for now.
So many new graves. Why do we still feel so disconnected from the others then?
As I feared. Samuel no longer preaches the good word. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Doctor...
Do you need any medical...
Yes,
I have no doubt about it.
I appreciate...
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful. It's locked, all right.
We do the Lord's work here.
It's one of them! Remember your vows, friends! We cannot be defeated! Stay back, beast! Stop!
Cross the leads, boys! Get a taste of this! Easy does it, boys!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Best stay back, sir. He's mine! There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Oh, Christ! Filthy piece of shit! Turn around, sir. Die,
Come on! And I will show you how a wet boot does business. You crazy bastard! You won't stay here! Get out!
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family. Are you sure?
Young man.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear up.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Are you
something like that, but...
So?
What?
Well, yes.
Oi! I'm the boss, all right?
So you're a... I saw...
I could kill you.
What can you tell me about...
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us.
Well, you're not...
Yeah, well...
More Goodbye, Mr. Digby. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed.
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you, Lee.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want, then?
I'm looking for Mr...
The sad saint?
Yes, he was.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for...
You still use your...
Why shouldn't I? Maybe a...
Are you aware...
Yes.
What can you tell...
I'm a businesswoman.
Gang member...
If you're in...
You're quite blunt.
I like...
I'm not...
Fair enough.
Since my return...
That's exactly...
What can you tell me about...
You can't trust anyone around here.
You sound...
Take the great...
Looting...
Whatever.
Rid.
But...
Booth Digby looks at you with love...
You have no idea how What is it?
Behind...
Home
Tell me.
The bar...
And so you did...
Yes, Doc.
What happened?
I don't...
So you have no idea?
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our...
Can I see what...
As long as you have money... Foolish girl and her pre-principles.
Perhaps we should have listened to what the idiot had to say first. You again. What do you want?
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really. One of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have...
Are you so...
Have you looked...
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a...
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and eyes.
So few clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Teeth? Claws? Murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom Watts about him.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point.
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire.
A vampire hunter?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
A man of science.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of...
Maybe at least you can tell me who...
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal.
All I will...
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
So you hunt alone? That sounds...
Vampires are just like every other predator.
Were you ever tempted to join?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a...
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me, then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you...
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was a bad...
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night?
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
proper disgusting who did it, don't you think?
I don't think so.
I can't say, but whatever did this...
Seems like the guard at Freewan is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Crush the leech, boys! Kill us all!
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot enter.
Burn it, boys! Die, vermin! End to you!
Ugh!